Okay. I'm Andy.
I'm Dan.
I'm Zack.
I'm Ryan, and welcome back to the Daily Life of College Boys.
The show where we tell you interesting stories about our not so interesting lives as we are in a pursuit to make our lives as interesting as possible.
So, welcome back to another episode. We have yet another special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm a fellow freshman here at Embry-Riddle.
Riveting story. Language.
We're gonna bleep out the school name.
Yep, we gotta do that too.
We're here
Did you actually
at
bleep
blank.
out the stuff on the other videos?
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're a great editor. You're a fantastic
Hey,
editor.
leave
we're,
it
we,
at.
we're gonna try and go for like
Cameron
like,
gave
for
away
a while, like,
our
we were like-
location already.
Oh, yeah,
we're not
absolutely
gonna
did.
talk about what school we go to or anything like that. But like Cameron just went on. He's just like, oh yeah, we go to Florida. We're in Florida. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah, we didn't say the school. I don't think we ever mentioned the school.
No, okay, so we were like, oh, don't mention the school, and then one of us mentioned it, and we're just like, you know what,
We don't
screw it.
Just,
That's
oh
fair.
well. Whatever.
I'm gonna see a sticker on the wall at some point and be like, I'm gonna reverse Google image search this.
4chan at its best.
Jeez, 4chan's scary. The stuff that they get done.
You've told me the story about the flag.
Just the dark web in general.
Yeah, but 4chan's like solved crimes. Like the police can't solve.
Oh yeah,
Like they've find like missing persons. It's crazy.
it's because the internet works fast.
It's weird.
Alright.
It works faster than
You look like
literally
an Elena
anything.
White.
See, 4chan has the capability of
Like you
Destroying
just
the
I'm here
have-
to solve
Like
your
that.
mysteries, kid.
You mean 4chan, 8chan, and 12chan?
You're Irish too, so it works. You have like an alcoholism
Gazoon
problem.
type.
You know.
You didn't know there were other
I probably could
other ones?
too. Runs in the
No, I
family.
knew
It's a
other
real problem.
ones.
But you know,
I knew there were other ones.
but you know, 12chan is in the dark web, 8chan is in the middle, and then 4chan is the safe one.
Okay, well, so 4chan's connected to
Okay,
literally all
we're
of them.
having two se- Okay.
Don't worry, it happens like a lot. We've had 3 separate conversations on this podcast.
It gives them something to keep track of, you know. So, well, careful, you're kicking them.
I know. I'm
Cord
sorry.
there.
I love you.
That's not good for.
What-
It may come up. I don't know, man. Chords, just
Are you-
you may get that. You never know.
I have 2 Coke cans because of you, Zach.
You can give one of them to him. He'll drink like 5.
No.
Fair enough.
Stories, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do here. We tell stories. Who'd like to start with an interesting story with their not so interesting lives?
Talk about when you met.
You start first.
No, remember when
The guest starts.
Yeah, the guest.
Yes, sir.
Guest starts.
Oh,
Guest starts.
I feel like we put them on the spot.
That's the whole
That's the
point.
whole
That's the
point,
whole
yeah.
point. You put the guest on the spot. They have to tell an interesting story. So that's what we do here. We tell interesting stories.
I illegally hid 2 kittens that I adopted legally in my dorm hall.
Can I explain the background? Are
background?
kittens allowed in our dorms?
No,
They're dorms.
definitely not.
Pets. In
I feel like it's a
general.
given.
Pets. My RA gives me slight shit for my fish at this point. That's
So, really? Okay, so the
That's-
Language.
so the context for like our school just is you're not allowed pets. The only actual animals that are allowed on campus are like
non-predatory fish.
or
no,
like
or support.
yeah support animals
Or like service animals. What was
And-
it? A friend of ours has a bunny that she registered as an emotional support animal.
I saw a chihuahua.
Don't bring that up
Yeah.
because that bunny is not treated well.
I'm actually gonna adopt it. I'm gonna talk to Megan because she's.
You
one
need
of
to
the teacher roommate.
stop.
That I'm
2 cats, now a bunny,
And a dog.
fish, and a dog. Oh my
And
god.
the only
Don't
other,
get the dog. Just get the.
and the
rabbit.
only other animals on our campus are these cats that have been here.
Oh yeah.
which
there's
I have
wild
befriended
cats
everywhere. Single
everywhere,
one.
and trash pandas.
Trash pandas.
I have befriended the trash panda too.
You
if
can't
remember.
offend a trash panda.
She gave him ice cream and he scooped it up with his hands.
Yeah, that's what trash pandas do. You give them food and they'll take the food. But that doesn't
He
mean
was
they're
a
your
good
friend.
boy. He was a good fluffy boy, and he has my heart. I love
I'm pretty
him.
sure I saw some people petting him.
Yes,
That's weird.
No. was
she's
really
also
weird.
in Navy, and she had like berries and would pet him.
There was a kitten sitting next to Gabe when he was just on his computer.
Anyway, back to your story.
Yes.
Yes. So in context, animals are a big no-no, but your boy wanted a special kind of cat. Basically, it was Veterans Day, and we all like unanimously decided that we wanted to pet some dogs. So we went to PetSmart. There were no dogs, but there were kittens. And in the corner was this really shy, beautiful tortoiseshell kitten, and I fell in love with her. And I was like, oh man, I don't like cats. I'm more of a dog person. What is my life? And I ended up the next weekend going back to that same PetSmart and picking her up and just hiding her in my room for a month and a half and drove my roommate insane. And somewhere along in there,
Your roommate was an asshole.
she was.
I was
Okay,
about
but
to swear again.
she was though. Like, there's no other like polite way to say like, oh, she was just not nice.
Well, I think you're also at fault by the fact that you adopted a cat and then
She
put
said
it.
yes. She said
Did
yes.
she?
Yes, she did.
Before or after you got
Before.
it?
Before I was like, hey, would you like mind having an animal around? And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, would you mind like having like a little kitten? And she was like, I would love a kitten.
Okay, but then you got a second one. Okay, did you tell your roommate about that one? And did you let them run free in the room into your roommate's things as well? Yep. Yeah. See, your roommate was very
Stop
within her right.
being
to
mean
be
to our guests.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, enough grilling into me. Okay. So
Too
as an engineering
Would you want
student
a cat in your room?
and
I
a
don't
Navy
care.
student,
We'll
I
look at
couldn't
your
be in my room often, and I was starting to notice my little kitten like getting sadder and sadder, and like more needy. So I was like, oh, how do I fix this? More animals. So that same weekend, I was like, hey, take me to the shelter, and like I just want to pet some animals, just harmless petting. And I ended up picking up another kitten, and I have like a theme going on. We're naming them after Roman gods. So I got Minerva, and this one was Venus. And I kind of just walked into my room with a crate and just kind of like let her like go and like, okay, yeah, there's another one, bye. And I just walked away to let her like settle with Minnie. And that actually was a very like terrifying situation because Minnie did not like her. And I had to like put her away in a different crate and put Venus in a different crate. And Minnie was so furious, I did not know how. She broke out of her crate and clawed her way out. And it left like a huge gaping hole. Like she was that determined.
Dang.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had to like go get it replaced and everything because it was like that bad. It's like unsalvageable. The fact that my cat could do that was terrifying. But yeah, it's been around like 3-4 months of having them. And they love each other now, and it's all good. They're back home now, but
Didn't you get found out? Or like almost found out?
The RA knew about it.
The RA knew about it.
all right, my RA, he knew about it. The thing is, like, he likes me, so he was just like, just don't come back with them, because we left for winter break, and I was like, okay.
But now your family likes them, so.
Yeah, my family likes him to the point that we're getting another cat.
Oh my gosh, more animals.
And we're naming him Janus, after the Roman god of fate.
I believe it's pronounced Janus.
Ooh, beating me at my own game.
I play Smite. I know the names of these gods. God.
God damn it.
Oh, I want to shoot
I'm
myself.
so glad you said. I'm so glad you referenced that.
No, actually, me and my friend had a conversation because we called him Janus the longest time, but apparently it's Janus. At least that's what the announcer at Smite thinks.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Let-
you have
let's
an
listen
actual
to-
friend named Janice?
No,
they agreed.
We thought it was Janus, and then the announcer on Smite said Janus, and we're like, that's wrong. So we don't know.
On an update, so when I left them back home, there were 2 little loaves. You know, they were skinny, healthy cats, and I've come to find out that Venus, the youngest one, has literally become like a cinnamon roll. Like when she kind of like lays down, her fat rolls over into like this round shape. So she's literally like a walking meatball. It's really cute. And all I do is get sent pictures of her. Like, look at how fat she is. She's thick, girl. And it's just like, this is my kitten.
That's what happens when you leave it with mom. And,
Yeah, I know. No, she sneaks into
Yeah,
the
exactly.
pantry and steals the treats. And, like, she literally knows where they are. We've hidden them. Grabs them, runs away, and opens them up herself.
It's like how when you go to grandma's.
Yeah, I was
she
just about to
feeds
say
you-
that!
She just feeds you like 50 pounds of food in 20 minutes, and you just gain 20 pounds. Same thing with cats. You never send them to your
I was literally in my head thinking, oh, as soon as she's done, I'm just like, oh, it's just like that one grandma meme. No, you beat me to it.
So, yep. That's the
Oh
story
my
of how
God,
I
jeez.
get my cats.
You almost spilled the sacred syrup.
Damn your face! I'm so
Why would you do this?
We're off to a great start.
Welcome to our podcast.
Where we drink sacred syrup.
Hey, I worship Cthulhu, our Lord and Savior.
Oh,
Isn't Cthulhu our Lord and Destroyer? Isn't that the proper terminology?
Or he's also the Dark Ancient One, but
But like,
that's technicality.
no, but I'm just saying. If he's your Lord and Savior, what is he saving you from? Isn't he like destroying us all?
Life. He's saving us from life.
The cruel existence of life.
That's so depressing.
Because life is pain.
That's so depressing.
What? It's Cthulhu!
You literally get driven insane at the very sight of this man.
oh wait, should we tell Andy about our mascot?
Who's our? Oh yeah, our mascot.
Yes.
So,
this
the
is all
sacred
because of
syrup.
me.
The sacred syrup is brought to you by
Panda.
Panda Bear?
Panda Bear. What
I
is
have
his
a
name?
Panda Bear tattoo.
He has a specific name.
We
I
gave
don't-
him a name.
Dan came up with a name. But
I
it
gave him
was really
I gave him
weird.
a really weird, stupid name, because Ryan pointed at the polar
Okay,
bear.
so basically,
You know Coca-Cola cans and
Yeah,
Coca-Cola
they're
is
polar
like
bears.
It's polar bears,
okay,
right?
so basically, I'm gonna say what happened. So
You
our,
fucking
our
spaz.
first episode,
language.
Zach was like, "Here, you know what? Screw it. Let's just face this for like, you know, who cares?" And
We're gonna be.
and then I turned it
Coca-Cola.
around. And was just like, "Oh, let's." And the
Stop
ones that
yelling
we
at
had
Andy.
I'm
and the
yelling
ones
at
we
him,
had
he swears.
had polar bears on them. I'm like, "Here,
You swear,
turn the
I tell you
panda bears near
language.
the camera." And Zach's like, "What'd you say?"
I caught on to it like that.
I'm just like, "What?" Zach's like, "What did you say?" I'm just like, I'm not following. He's like, "Panda bear." I'm just like,
This would be a story that we retell in the podcast the most, I think.
no, that's the story that
Yeah.
we're gonna tell you guys.
Panda Bear boy.
So now Panda Bear is a mascot.
Yes, but we still haven't gotten a drawing.
We have to find someone who can do that.
I know. Oh, what?
I mean, I designed my Panda Bear tattoo.
But we don't want your Panda Bear tattoo.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Can we
like,
use your panda bear tattoo as our YouTube icon?
It's basically just a panda bear with a scarf.
It's gotta be a Panda Bear with a scarf. The same, like, is it a red scarf?
Holding a can of Pepsi.
No, shut up.
God.
Wait, no,
Beppis.
Beppis. We can't follow that copyright. We
Or,
can't.
or holding a boba bola.
Boba bola.
Like isn't there like
Mountain
some
Dew?
gang that instead of saying like C to say B, so it's
Mountain
like boba
Dank.
bola. Instead of like a Coca-Cola be a
Boba
boba
bola.
bola.
Oh, you-
I can.
You
No,
and
that's
that Mountain
gang
Dew
things.
hat that you almost bought
Ooh.
at what, like 1 o'clock in the
So
morning?
we were driving around because me and Andy go on like car adventures a lot more. You need to come with us more, or you need to
stop
come with me
inviting
more.
to things, Stan. Why
You
not-
always do it Air Force things.
Stan doesn't invite me to things anymore. Ryan, we should do our
I've
own cool
replaced.
adventures
As
where
soon
we
as I
take
became
Dan's
blonde, I became the new Zack.
because I don't have a car. And you do have a car.
I do that.
What am I talking about? We still take Dan's car.
He doesn't like paying for gas.
Exactly. So we take Dan's car.
Yeah, you can't steal my car.
Yeah. So we'll go on our adventures, and you can't go on your adventures anymore. Any boo boo.
I'm gonna change my car to stick.
I'm stick. Dan.
Tartar sauce.
Filling custard into my donuts. All right.
Please.
Anyways,
The
Try,
motto- the
Dan.
motto of every
It's not
Krispy
hard.
Kreme
I
worker.
just did.
Thank you.
Anyways, me and Andy went on an adventure and we ended up at a gas station. And I saw this glorious gamer hat, and it was just Mountain Dew. And that's all it was. It was a big.
It was a really nicely
was-
made one too.
yeah,
it was like stitched in embroidery.
It was like a nice stitched trucker hat with Mountain Dew. It was $20. And I was like, whoa!
Don't forget the matching socks.
There were socks too. Oh.
Did say Mountain Dew
Oh.
Ice.
And the complimentary condoms that they had, I was like,
Oh yeah, there were like these weird travel packs, and it's like, by the way, these come with condoms, and we were like, okay,
Gotta practice safe sex.
with a Mountain Dew. Okay.
gotta save myself for marriage.
Gotta do that, dude.
So anyways,
Wait, Dan, is this your story?
no, that was just a side thing.
Side thing. All right, Dan, what's your story?
I'm still working on it. I can tell a short one in
Oh,
place of it for right now.
No, that was your short story in place of it.
Mmm.
Why would you do this to me? I can't believe you've done this. Well, I mean, I haven't. I've been busy with academics and playing Battlefield 1, the new DLC.
No, you haven't.
Yes,
You've been going on car rides with me.
Oh my God! Leave me alone,
Dan,
Mom.
why don't we go on car rides anymore?
We just went
Because you
home.
have to go to sleep for PT.
So you go on car rides at midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah, at 1 a.m.
We finished Black Panther like what? Like 1:30?
Yeah, we got out of Black Panther at like 1.
I mean, me and Dan were gonna go to like McDonald's, and then we like went to McDonald's. It was like for some reason I guess closed, and like we just went on a random drive, and then we got to it.
No, it was like packed. It was too busy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why we didn't. No, we still ended up going to a different McDonald's though.
But we went for like a ride.
Meme review.
No, shut up! You're not bringing that here.
Meme
No,
review.
no. We're making the pizza thing a weekly thing, aren't we?
Ooh.
You are invited to pizza time.
Yes.
I'm talking Spider-Man pizza time kind of.
That's a new thing. Dan, what about our thing? Dan.
Listen, all right, we need to get the cars together.
Dan, sometimes
Oh.
I think you don't appreciate me anymore. Okay, Dan? Do you have any idea what time it is when you get back?
Sometimes I feel used because it feels like all you use me for is my Coca-Cola and my car.
Oh.
Ow.
Alright,
That's
couple,
not the same, Dan.
couple
It
shout-
totally is,
You
Zachary!
know that's not true, Dan.
Ah!
Tell your story, Dan.
Oh!
Tell-
What am I going to do, Janice?
Tell your story, Dan.
Well, I did make a new friend today.
Is this the story you're planning on telling?
No. This is the story of Jared and how he was murdered by Ryan.
No, it wasn't me.
You blinded that man! You blinded Jared! I did not think you were going to stab him that hard.
Wait. For the viewers, was Jared a human?
Jared is an original Xbox controller. And I took the Xbox logo out of the middle of it and put a googly eye there. And
It fit there so perfectly.
it was the exact
Wait,
circumference.
do you have it still or no?
I was looking for him. That's why I was looking around the room. I have no idea where he's gone.
Dan, you can't find anything
You were the
in
last
here.
person to like hold him.
I know. So, anyways, Ryan took a pen and stabbed into the
Okay,
eye.
so this is
You
what happened.
monster.
I said, Dan.
How could you?
I said, hey, Dan, can I stab Jared in the eye? Dan said,
You said,
yes.
can I stab Jared? And I was like, oh, he's just gonna, poke him. I wasn't like, he's gonna, right into the eye. I'm like, what is fucking wrong with you, you psychopath?
You said yes to the eye.
I did
What?
say
Okay,
yes, and I regret it.
What impulse is like? Oh, I see this eye, stabby, stabby. Like, what is the?
Is there something you need to tell us?
No.
Do you have murderous thoughts? Do you
Oh.
have trouble sleeping at night?
Actually, to be honest, dead ass.
No.
I have a lot of problems.
Is stabbing people in the eye one of them?
No.
Do you have any pointy objects on you?
Are you the hashtag
Huh?
slasher?
Give me all the pointy objects you have on you right
My
now.
keys count?
Yes.
The position of your pockets, weirded me out.
Shut up. Okay, so basically, for those, Dan probably knows about this. I told you about it once. I have a split personality that has lots of thoughts, but I control it.
Cool.
Wait, we never told you about this?
No.
Yeah, no.
It kind of was like, oh.
Why does our guest know and not me? Am I not wanted anymore?
He took me to a recruiter. That's why.
Fun times.
Fun times.
You always kind of knew, though. You thought it was...
Actually, yes. I'm gonna be honest. When I first met you, there was something like intuition-wise. I was like, something else is there. Not in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way.
It's
It's just,
totally in a bad way.
I would look at you like there's something else there that I don't know what to do about or like explain. And then when you told me, I was like, oh.
Should this be my story?
No,
did you
it's
have
too-
it? No, we gotta
it's
have like
too
a fun
tragic.
I have a fun.
Yeah,
I
tell
have
your
a
story.
fun.
Yeah, tell that story.
But you still have your story to go.
Well, I have to tell my story. But you have to.
She told hers. He told.
Well,
his.
Dan didn't tell his real story. Dan, what's your
Yeah,
real
Dan-
story?
I can't remember.
Can't
We're
remember.
so far deep into Jared. I don't know
He told.
where we
Yeah.
are.
He told the story.
Yeah. Ryan's deep into Jared with a pen.
That
Some
was-
major penetration right there.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Anyways, I had to scalp Jared's eye out because it's super glued to him.
Literally
and it's
cut the plastic off.
Yeah.
Took the black like loose.
You
plastic
asked
piece.
for it, and I gave it to you, and then you
What
threw
is
it
wrong
in my
with
room.
you? You want trophies from your victims? Do you want to talk about something? Are you okay?
God, you're
No.
you're ranting on him the way Zack is ranting on
I know.
me.
Hey,
Well, how-
And it's going
How
in
am
a
I
weird
ranting
circle.
on
oh,
her?
you are ranting on me. Yeah, I had to get a second cook because of you.
That's true.
Okay.
That was an unnecessary overreaction to the intro.
Well, it was for the joke.
You were.
That was a shitty joke.
It was pretty fun.
Language.
Language.
Boy! I'm literally about to swear again. I
Dan.
had to stop myself.
Dan.
I'm getting better.
You are.
You're so flustered. You're like slightly teary. You're like, boy, if you don't.
Mother.
Dan.
Ah!
Dan, you were going on a secret. You were like.
Moving on.
So, anyways, Dan told a story.
It's okay, Dan.
Ah!
It's okay. Just breathe. Breathe, Dan.
Your babe.
Breathe.
Your
Breathe.
babe. That's your story.
Breathe. Breathe. Okay.
Okay,
Tell the story of your babe.
I mean,
That could go into me making fun of you for hookah too.
I mean, like,
Which would work
we're not
perfectly
supposed
for
to have
him.
them.
Dan, but wait. That would lead to me telling the hookah joke, which would lead perfectly into his story.
Will it?
Also, you're
Because the first
you're
time you ever met me-
Oh yeah, all right. So I got a vape,
Out.
and it's very expensive, and I got an upgrade for it today. And
What?
Yeah.
You got an upgrade for it.
and I'm having problems where it leaks a lot, and
Didn't we figure that out?
me and Marana
you and Marana
figured it out. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's nice. I don't do it on campus. Hey, I gotta clarify so campus security doesn't shoot me.
Campus security hears this right now. Just
No,
Where's
no,
the
no,
babe?
no. They don't come through the door. They come through the wall.
This is some Rainbow Six stuff.
They repel up and just like fuse. Do, 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 do. We all die. Thanks, Dan.
They're the real FBI camera guys.
and then
They actually could be. We go to a school for that.
We do.
Oh no! And don't forget the clout picture.
Cybersecurity
Thank
Club,
God.
are you
Oh, yeah.
watching us now?
Oh, we also I know what the story was. So there's
figure out
this
the story.
great pizza place at a place north of here, and it's quite the drive to
Okay,
get there.
hold up. But like, I gotta test this pizza then. I'm Mr. Pizza Connoisseur here.
Oh, that's
Why
not
are you
true.
so high on your horse? Get off your horse, Mr. DiGiorno.
I worked at a pizza place for 2 years to earn that title.
Stone Oven Pizza is the only good pizza.
We had a
It's
rotary
kind of
oven.
true though.
And I grew up in a town.
How
with
did you
5
burn your fingers if you had a rotary oven?
Well, that's because the oven goes like this. The pizzas are on screens. The pizzas come through the oven. They stop because they hit a metal stopper. You pick the pizzas up with a thing, put them on the put them in the pizza box, cut them, and then send them out. Now the screen is still on the track. It's just being held there by the little stop, so it comes up and stops. And to get it off, I would just pick it up and drop it in a bin.
That's on you. You can't call yourself a pizza man now. Now that I know your story, Mr. Zachary.
But I'm the one that made the pizza.
Okay. But as someone who grew up like literally next to New York City, This is comparable.
As somebody who grew up like half in
I had,
Chicago,
like, 5
go fuck yourself.
Dan!
Dang it!
Excuse
There
me.
you go.
That's not pizza, and we will debate about this. That is not pizza.
I'm
I'm
about
sorry.
to punch you.
I also
How
there
dare
are
you-
5 pizza places.
I respect
in
the New
one
York
town.
pizza,
There are
but
5
don't
pizza
you
places
diss my
just
deep
in my
dish.
I
town.
will diss your
So
deep
I got
dish.
Are we
a
about
lot
to
of
fight on
pizza.
this podcast,
and
motherfucker?
being able to work at a
I
pizza
took
place.
self-defense classes.
It was a lot of fun. It's a cool
Look at
story.
you.
I've actually a great story to tell about pizza making.
You know, it's funny when
You're
like,
fighting
people actually
Irish
watch this, they
Grill.
gotta decide which one to focus
Yeah,
Let's
on.
go.
No, I can make a pizza in less than a minute blindfolded.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We had like 5. Hold on.
Okay, he said he can make a pizza in less than a minute blindfolded.
Is that a job requirement?
No, that was no, seriously.
Because it should be.
Alright, so you know how like in movies they do like the blindfolded gun disassembly and like put back together, or like blindfolded computer repair and Chuck. There was an episode of, if you've ever seen Video Game High School, there's a blindfolded gamer mouse.
What are you watching? I just watched like blindfolded Rubik's Cube guy. Like,
No,
How do you do that? It's colored.
no. There's a way.
Oh, that's because the only people that do it in like 1 second. So they literally look at the cube and where everything is, and from that they can solve it.
It's
So you get like a minute to look over it. But
Those
Chuck, they did a blindfolded computer repair. Video Game High School, they did a blindfolded like gaming like keyboard razor thing, put it all together. We used to do that in our pizza store with pizza making.
I just want to say the kind of guys who can solve a Rubik's Cube in 1 minute are going to be the guys who write the worst English essays.
I can solve a Rubik's cube in 40 seconds. on my
hey.
top.
I hate you.
I knew a guy who could do it like literally. We would time him in like 12 seconds because he was part of the swimming team back in high school.
How does that have anything to do with Rubik's cube
Yeah.
solving?
He
How
could-
does swimming and Rubik's cube
No,
like
no,
someone
no,
like
'cause-
go
'cause,
together?
Yeah, like you can
It's
make
like,
fun of him all you
He
want.
could do
like,
it in
they're all
12 seconds
nerds.
because he was on the swimming team.
No, he actually. We asked him like, how do
Synchronized
you like
Rubik's Cube swimming.
do it? He's like, while I'm swimming, I literally think about solving Rubik's cubes. He bought like the super
Zack,
advanced one,
Synchronized
like
Rubik's
the
Cube
weird
swimming.
decahedron kind of looking one, and he literally would think of how
And
to solve
like at
Rubik's
the end of it,
cubes.
it's gotta be solved.
Yeah. That's so stupid.
To be-
That's the stupid
That was
thing.
way too
To
much.
be fair, I thought about crocheting
Becomes an
whenever I swim.
Olympic sport.
And, like,
I
how to
think
make
about how
this.
much I can't breathe when I swim.
And that's why you're Air Force.
Yeah, it's also why I'm on the swim team.
So anyway, Dan, back to your pizza story.
How do you not
Or-
drown?
What are you talking? I like
If all you
pieces.
can think about is that you can't breathe.
I'm just like, I can't breathe. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. You know?
No, I don't. Anyway,
Dan, have you ever been swimming?
Yeah.
Big swim boy.
Not-
I grew up in a lake.
Well, like, okay.
You don't go swimming here in the beaches, though.
I don't like salt water because I grew up on a lake.
Also,
But
there's
you also
sharks.
talk
If
to
you go
drunk
like 10 feet
rednecks
into the
on the
water,
beach.
That's true
There's
because
sharks.
drunk rednecks are very entertaining.
there's also
no.
sharks, Dan.
You
10
don't
feet into
bother.
the water.
It don't bother.
There's
you
eels
much.
in lakes though.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
No,
eels
no,
aren't as
but-
scary as sharks.
And eels can be your friends.
Excuse me? Oh, I don't trust those boys. Those are snake boys. Those are water snakes.
But they're water snaky boys. They're good boys.
I don't like what they do to fish. They scare me. They scared young Dan. The older Dan won't mess with them
But
unless they're in sushi. Then I'll mess with them.
I sent you that video though. The good eel boy.
Okay, yeah, that was a good boy. He was a
Dan,
water doggo.
Dan.
Dan, you won't eat them unless they're at Fancy Q.
We still have stories to tell, Dan.
Right. So,
Your pizza
I
story.
discovered this pizza place by, I have some friends. When you fly, we have a lot of flight students here, and Flagler is one of the destinations people go to. And I got a recommendation from a friend of mine to go to a place called the Golden Lion Cafe. So I went there and I was like, all right, I might as well try it out. I got nothing better to do tonight. So I go there. And I walk in, and it's pretty much empty, and there's just a couple of old guys drinking beer.
That sounds like an amazing place.
And it's actually a really big place, and it's really nice.
Yeah?
And they're like, yeah, the kitchen's closed. I'm like, I'm starving. And there's no fast food places nearby, and there was one other restaurant that I saw, and I was like, that looks packed, and I'm not going there. So I was like, all right. So I drove around, and eventually I found this pizza place called Giovanni's. And I was like,
That's such a pizza place name.
yeah.
You'll never hear like a white pizza. Like you never hear
Yeah,
Steven's
the-
Pizza. Like
They're all named after like Italian names.
like Maria.
There is
or
this
something.
one pizza place near my old high school called Jets Pizza, and I think it's the funniest thing. 'cause
Wait,
it's
hold
such
up, hold up,
Such
hold
a
up.
lame name.
You're never gonna hear Papa John's. What's a more white? What's a more white person name than John?
Well,
And
it's-
Domino's?
But it's
Like-
Domino's is acceptable.
But Papa.
Who
John.
plays
Papa.
Domino's?
Papa.
I used to mess with Domino's back in the
Yeah,
day.
well, guess what, Dan? You're white.
What?
Domino's, actually, in my opinion, is the best pizza.
Oh.
Excuse
Ooh,
you?
No.
Pizza Hut is.
No. Pizza Hut is
I like
Okay, look,
weird.
They all give me diarrhea.
Pizza Hut is a
Great. Thanks for sharing, Dan.
Pizza Hut is a close, but
Dude, Domino's is all frozen pizza. You wanna know how they get their 30 minutes or less marketing thing going? Cause it's just pre-frozen pizza.
I don't know. I asked for some pretty weird pizza, and they always do it for me.
Yeah, because they can put whatever toppings they want in it.
I gotta say,
Then again,
it's
I
DiGiorno or go home.
so wait, Dan, were you done with your story?
No, Red Bear.
No, you guys just
Okay.
kind of kicked in the door and went pizza arguments.
I can't
stand
it. I know you're playing.
So, anyways, so I went inside, and it's one of those places where they just kind of like throw printed paper up on the wall. It's like, these are what we have. Just order. We don't care. We make the food. And like it's run by like kind of like older people. Like I didn't see like a single young person there. But then again, it was also like midnight. But then again, also there was like a ton of dudes vaping outside and like riding skateboards. So it was like,
Your future.
shut up.
Oh, his future's hookah. I gotta tell that. I'm leading to that and then tell my story. And
So
then
just
lead to
let Dan continue the story.
Jeez. All right, so I walk in and I'm like, hey, I see you got a thing for pizza, and I see that it's like $7.99 for like a large pizza, and I'm like, can I get that? And like I see like they have a huge pan of like I was about to say pasta sauce, pizza sauce, and like they're pouring it into like big containers, for like tomorrow and stuff. And I was like, can I get it? And she's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I get it, and I'm like, all right. This looks pretty solid. So I get to my car, and I'm walking to my car with some paper plates. Big gust of wind, boy, because the street's right on the beach. Plates go flying, gone, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to eat this with my hands. So I
How
get.
else do you eat pizza, Dan?
Shut up. Also, I lost all my napkins, and I was like, oh no, I'm doomed. Because I don't feel like walking back there, even though it's 5 feet away.
Oh no.
So anyways, I get to my car, and I realize that there's also, that I parked it in front of a shop that makes their own donuts.
Those are good shops. You don't know one of those in my town? Good
Yeah.
donuts.
But it's all the way in Flagler, and
And
I'm
that
not
was
driving there early in the morning. Because that's insane.
Yes.
Unless I want to see the sunrise, that might be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice because of that road that goes along the beach.
Yeah. So anyways, I get in my car, pull out some pizza, and
You don't keep napkins in your car or something? I thought you did.
I was running low at the time. I know, it was the worst predicament.
Dude, it was just like things just got worse and worse and
Hold on.
worse and worse for you,
It
man.
gets worse.
Worse than no napkins, Dan.
Yes. So we went back and we went there and we had pizza again. So this was just that night. Because it was like the end of the night. They didn't roll the dough enough, so there was a lot of thin spots.
Doesn't that
So
mean they rolled the dough too much?
no. Because it was normal in like a lot of spots, but there were just spots that were like too thin.
Wouldn't that means it's rolled too much, or it's too thin?
No, it was like they did it by hand.
Okay, they did by hand. Could have been air bubble.
It might have been, yeah.
Air bubbles.
And I pull up a piece. Woo! Like half the cheese falls off because it's like not supported by itself. And I'm like, oh no, this pizza is destroyed. And I go through the process of trying to eat this pizza
Oh
while
my
driving
God.
that is falling apart. The amount of pasta sauce I got on my shirt, pizza sauce, words, and scalding hot cheese that I got
Dan.
on my lap was ungodly.
Oh yeah,
Dan,
you didn't
Dan,
warn me
Dan,
about that.
Dan, that wasn't
didn't
the,
warn me
the
about
pizza
that.
crust's fault. That was you didn't wait till it was cool. That makes Dan a hipster.
He's at a loss of words.
for the know-it-all today. So anyways, I get back, I'm like, pizza? And she was like, pizza. So I gave her some pizza, and she's like, this is pretty good. I'm like, we should go there sometime. And we did. And anyways, that's Dan's story for the week. So, anyways, I got a vape Nash. And
Oh man, that leads into this joke. Not even a joke, just me annoying Dan.
I don't even think it's funny.
Dan, I do not have serious concern.
I know you do. Like, you did it jokingly at first, and now you're just like, now I'm actually worried he's going to do it. But it feels almost...
I'm going to tell that after Ryan tells his story. Because it leads well after Ryan tells his story. So, Ryan, you can tell your story.
You have to tell a story. You can tell that story after.
You're so about normality and, like...
It is
things have to go
just
in
about a
order.
joke. Like, it's not a solid story.
Yeah, it's not like a story. That's why we'll just lead it after this. Okay, my story, which is not that crazy or interesting, but not crazy and funny and terrible. It is kind of interesting. So...
This man expects us to have interesting, crazy stories, and he doesn't have one. Hypocrite.
Ooh.
What?
Now you're the hipster.
What? Oh, we need top hats.
Ooh, yeah. Ow.
Didn't work. I'm out of Coke. Get some.
Wait, no. Take this one. It's already open. I'm not gonna drink it.
Dan, that's yours.
I haven't drinking from it.
Don't you know that half the joy of drinking Coke is opening a can?
Oh.
Zachary. I cannot have this much caffeine late at night.
I can. You know that.
Literally falls
because you don't
asleep,
sleep.
Regardless of the caffeine intake.
You know
I've
you
taken.
don't sleep.
I'm just like,
When was the last time you went to bed?
I think people.
Oh.
I don't see how people do that. Like,
it's
Do you
just
really
being
wanna know?
desensitized.
No.
Every-
Time I went
No.
to bed
Like,
last
oh
night.
my
No,
Starbucks
I
trips, it's
don't,
gotta reach the
because it
point of,
wasn't
like-
last night.
I went to bed at 5 in the morning last
Oh
night.
my god.
That's not even going to bed. That's just like, that's just your body realizing that like it's time to stop.
It's not even going to bed.
I didn't even get 9
Oh.
hours of sleep.
Did you go to class? Like,
No, this was.
what's
Oh,
your
last
story?
Oh, my story.
Yes.
wake up?
Right, I've told those.
I'm so concerned about this.
Wait,
now.
I woke up at like 12.
Can you imagine
shoot.
having a kitten in there?
Oh, you should have seen the first
gonna
time.
have
Oh
I
my
did
god, that was so funny.
I would sit there, he was telling a story. I put this in my pocket, and I just look at Ryan.
And I'm like, just like, oh, and like I see Dan like not noticing,
and we just circle around it.
and Dan's like finally like after what 2 minutes like, oh.
That was
I was in like episode 2 or no.
Yeah, no,
I
it
was
was
in
episode
episode 2.
two.
Alright, we're in episode 4. Whoa! 4
One day-
episodes.
One day we're gonna be at 100, and it's gonna be insane.
That's true. One day we'll be at 100. That's excellent, Dan.
You gotta tap on him.
No.
God, you know what's even worse? You know what dabbing, the term dabbing, like, is from? It's from snorting cocaine off your elbow right here. So you dab to snort your cocaine, just like how kind of you put your cocaine in your hand and snort it. But now he's doing with Coca-Cola.
You wanna take
Dan,
to the
you know what's
suicide
next?
forest?
Hookah, Dan. You're getting even
You
closer.
haven't explained the joke yet. All right, you can come. What's your story?
Oh yeah. So every semester, the Air Force detachment that I'm part of hosts a det night. They have a bunch of nights, but they host a skit night where every single flight comes up with a funny skit, funny little show or performance, and they put it on for the entirety of the detachment. We occupy the student union, and it's a lot of fun. It's basically this giant event where everybody makes fun of everybody. You know, the main objective is who gets to make fun of the upperclassmen the most. And it's a good time. There's some funny things.
So a giant roast session.
Yeah, but it's a roast session in a form of skits.
Okay.
So it's not going up there and being like, yeah, this upperclassman is terrible. He's so bad that he's bad. You know, it's like a funny skit.
Yeah.
So it's making fun of in a good way.
Yeah.
And throughout the semester, me and my flight, we've been making these jokes about movies. And I would always quote Full Metal Jacket. You know the movie? Full Metal Jacket? All you guys know the movie because you all know this story. And I had the entire drill instructor scene like the beginning introduction drill instructor scene where he's walking up and down and just chewing everybody out memorized. And I would just repeat it for them whenever they wanted to, and it was absolutely hilarious. So, me, my wingman, Bailey. He was on the show once. Bailey. Me and Bailey. You know him. It was episode 2?
Yes.
Episode 2, yeah. It was episode 2, yeah. Bailey. Me and Bailey spent like a week re-scripting that entire drill instructor scene where he's chewing everyone out to be clean because we can't.
Continue.
To be clean so that we can put it on for the Air Force, and to make fun of the Air Force and the people in our flight and everything that was going on, and to reference little jokes that happened throughout the year. Jokes being like eating Chick-fil-A right before we had a fitness test, or how one of the cadets in our flight lost speaking privileges on multiple occasions. You know, funny stuff like that. And we re-scripted the entire thing, still keeping like the core content and the flow of it. So like you know, how tall are you, private? You know, 5'9". I didn't know they stat crap that high. Like keeping that sort of like the main jokes, and the main structure of it the same, but changing everything to make fun of the Air Force. And we finished it, and we were like, this is a masterpiece. We just sat back for a second. I was like, this is amazing. And we had one of our friends come in, Yogi, and he read it, and he was on the floor dying for like an hour and a half, right? And we put a lot of work into this, and we sent it in to whoever was in charge of setting up the skit night. And we were supposed to go first. Our flight was the first flight. And the response we got back was, you're going last. And we were like, oh no, that's either a good thing or a bad thing.
That's a good thing.
No. We were like, that's a good thing. So we immediately rushed out to the nearest, to our nearest Army Navy store, and we buy a drill instructor hat, like a real one. And that fits me, and I get to be the drill instructor. And this is where things get even better.
No,
so,
do you know what we're laughing at?
No, I have no idea what you're laughing at.
Hi, Zachary. How are you today?
I actually don't understand what we're laughing at.
Look at Dan!
It's just when
Take a nice long look at Dan.
I know, Dan does that like every other day.
That's true.
I'm used
He's
to
completely
this.
desensitized to my stomach. He lives across the hall from me.
I
so,
walk
like,
in on him not naked, but like in your boxers.
Yeah.
You know? So like we'll be walking down campus and he'll just be like this, and I'm used to it now. I don't even, it's just.
What's great is when people don't know me, like, see me like this, and they're just like, you know it's not buttoned up, and I'm like, it just falls apart. Don't worry about it.
Half the time it just does it by itself.
Yeah, it does. The holes are way too big for the buttons. It needs to be fixed.
I'm not gonna make that joke. I shouldn't be the one to make this joke.
Shut up. Don't make the joke.
Can I make the joke?
All right, go ahead. Make the joke.
Your shirt ain't a virgin, Dan.
You of all people should not be
I know. Me of all people should not be making that joke.
All right. So skit night went really great.
No, but it gets better.
Okay.
So not only did we buy a drill instructor hat, but the
Oh,
night of skit night,
Yes.
I'm
I
dressed in
forgot
like
about that.
ABU pants, so woodland pants and a black shirt.
Dan.
And now this is an Air Force uniform. So we asked one of our upperclassmen, who's our flight commander, deputy flight commander, and inspector general. We asked our inspector general. Now this is a girl, right? We asked her for her uniform, and she's like, "Sure," and just gives it to us, not asking any questions why. Just nothing. She gives us her shirt, her blouse. It buttons up. It has her name on it. It has her ranks on it and everything.
And you fit it.
If I fit into it. It was tight, but I fit into it. I put it on, her entire uniform. I'm wearing someone else's pants because she was too short and I'm like 60% legs. And I'm just sitting there with the hat on, dressed in her uniform, just waiting for her to notice. Everyone around me just is like, they're slowly catching on to looking, and it's hilarious, the response to it. Because they're like, oh, what? And then they see the name and the ranks, and it's just stupidly funny. And she finally notices, and she looks over, and she's like, This is the face of just absolute horror because she knows what's about to go down. She doesn't come over to us because by the time she notices, we're already heading up there for our performance.
That's good.
And we get up there, and I scream and shout, and all the upperclassmen, all the active duty military members, dying laughing because we're making the funniest jokes ever. And it went down to history as one of the best skit nights of all time. And now, nobody can ever top it.
As a spectator to that event, the drill you guys did beforehand, where you got everyone to...
Yeah, we made it all fancy. We marched out and everything. And
That marching, I heard the active duty, they all went... Like, they were like... They were like shook.
We were there to impress.
And that you did.
Oh man, that went down as history. It was so much fun. It was just ridiculous. Cause then my upperclassman, she came up to me and was like, "Zack, I can't even be mad," because it was so funny. Cause I was pretending to be her while yelling at everybody, so I was making fun of her and everyone. It was a good time. It was so much fun.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Brian.
All right, you want to tell your story?
So, comes down to me now. So, this story is interesting, it's funny, and it's sentimental to me, Zach, and Dan.
This is when we had the first idea of this too.
Was it?
We
That's
first,
true.
yeah. This
This is our origin story. Oh crap!
Oh,
I
this is great.
We all forgot about it.
Okay, so this was the day that I actually got to know Zach. Okay, so I knew Dan prior, but Dan was probably the only person I talked to on campus.
Yeah, other than your roommate. Like, so me and Ryan met during, like, one of the introduction ceremony things. Like, we sat next to each other, and he told me, like, a really offensive joke, and I was like... like, I couldn't stop laughing. Like, you're so terrible, and he's just like... What do you want from me? And, like, that's how I realized, oh, people live on the second floor of our dorm. Because, like, there were a ton of people next to him that were from the second floor. And I remember I asked the Australian guy, I know I have to break the language rule, but I asked him if he could call me...
Whoa. Okay, you have pass.
Alright, I asked him, because he had a very thick Australian accent, I asked him if he could call me a cunt. Because I really wanted to hear somebody call me that live. Oof. He didn't. It made me sad. But I got Ryan's phone number, and every once in a while I'd be like, "What you up to?" He's like, "Chick-fil-A," and I'm like, "Is that all you eat?" And he's like, "Literally, it's my 3 square meals."
Yeah, no,
And
that's what it was
that's-
last semester.
That's all you eat still.
Wait, can you hold
No,
up your arm for
I-
me? Can you hold up your arm for me? It's right here in front of the camera. Chick-fil-A, everybody. Chick-fil-A.
This is why I wear jackets. No, that's literally like the reason why I wear jackets, so people don't see how scrawny I am. Because I've gone out just for like a random run because I wanted to when it was nice out, and people would stop me mid-run. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm just like, "Yeah." I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm fine." They're like, are you sure? Like, are you eating?" I'm just like, "Yes, I'm eating." They're like, "You look malnourished." I'm like, "I'm fine."
And now for pennies a day, you can feed Ryan.
Shut up! Shut up. I can't believe you brought that.
Get this man some food, please.
I eat
Please
Einstein's-
donate to our podcast.
I eat Einstein's.
More
I eat our
Coke.
cafeteria
More Coke.
food. I am a healthy boy now. I have a variety of meals that I eat.
How much do you weigh?
160 pounds?
16?
60.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. We're good.
I think it's the height advantage.
It's a height, yeah. The height, like,
Yes.
just, like...
Yes, it is, but also 160 is good.
Mind you, I'm 6'4". So,
I'm 6'3". I used to be 160 pounds.
no, for viewers, because they can't see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways, back
Story.
to the story.
The pseudo origin and the first time he met me.
So, last semester, I was just in my room playing Team Fortress 2. Like, I literally did 24/7. And I just hear in the distance, like, footsteps. And I thought it was just, like, someone else walking down the hall. I hear it get louder towards my room. And Dan just, "Hey! You wanna go with us?" I'm just like...
You want to get some Middle Eastern food, bruh?
I'm behind Dan.
Yeah, no, I see you just peeking up behind Dan. I'm just like, "Hello." And
He probably made that sound too.
Yeah. And so Dan's just like, hey, you want to come with us? I'm just like, where? And he's just like, somewhere. I'm just like, why not? And so
That's kind of how everything we do. Like, it's just like, hey, come with me.
pretty much.
Okay.
And so basically, I go with Dan and Zach. We get inside Dan's car. We drive to this restaurant called Habibi's. Great place. We've been there.
Don't drink the water.
I've been there once.
Yes.
I've been there like 3-4 times.
Well,
But-
I know
With
you've
all the
been there
hookah,
3-4
right?
times.
But all in all, the food is actually very well done. Like at Habibi's, it's great. If you're not sitting in the smoking area.
It's a hookah place.
Anyways,
It's also a bar.
And a Middle Eastern food place.
Yeah.
so
But no, you walk. What do they ask you when you walk in?
Are you here for hookah or food? Or sometimes they didn't even bring up the food. It's like, are you here to drink or do hookah? Or both.
so the first time we went to this is when were we inside or outside?
We were outside.
Outside.
We sat outside.
So yeah, we sat outside prior to our last. No, we
we
sat
sat
inside
inside and then moved us
they're like,
outside.
they're like, hey, can you guys sit somewhere else? Like this is the our waiter asking us to do this. We're like, sure. And so we just walk outside, and it was actually very
It was a
nice.
nice day.
Yes, it was.
It was very nice. Well, it was
Good day.
night.
And
It
so
was a nice evening.
And so, as the stubborn
Evening
person
cat.
I was, Dan and Zach ordered something to eat, and I was just sitting there drinking water. And Dan's like, "What are you getting?" I'm just like, "Nothing. I don't have my wallet." He's like, "I'm getting you something. We're gonna share." I'm just like, "No." I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna get you something, and you're gonna fucking like it." Oops. Sorry.
Language. My gosh, man.
That was my first slip up.
Come on.
I'm
This
proud
episode-
of you.
I'm
It's
getting-
not
You
hard.
get spanked later.
I'm getting
He's
better.
one of us.
And
Daddy Zack's gonna
so
punish
basically,
us.
we just sat there, and basically,
those
I just
again.
talked to Zach a lot, getting to know him a bit better, and eventually, as time
Please
went
don't get
on,
the belt.
we started to hang out more, and here we are. Yeah.
I think the conversations we were having were just kind of weird and interesting, and one of us brought up the idea of recording it.
Yeah.
You know-
No. What? You guys were talking about D&D campaigns, about how long they were, and then I brought up, hey, podcast, and you guys were just like, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then that night, we did it.
Did we do it that night?
No, we didn't do it that night.
I don't think we did it that
There was
night.
another night where we talked about podcasting where we were just like.
It was a
officially,
while before we actually started.
Because
I
we started
think.
this semester. That was last semester.
Really?
Yeah. This leads into a good thing. Habibi's is a hookah place, right?
Can you
Yes.
explain
Dan.
what hookah is to the viewers for those that don't
I
know?
like shawarma.
No, hold up. If you don't know what hookah
I
is,
like
look it up.
Shawarma.
All right, look it up. Now Dan likes Middle Eastern food, and he told me, he was like, "Dude, I like Middle Eastern food. This place has great Middle Eastern food." And it's like, but it's also hookah bar or hookah lounge. And I was like, Dan, if you start eating here a lot just because you like Middle Eastern food, you're gonna start doing hookah. I know your personality, okay? You're gonna start doing hookah. It's
He's
just
so
gonna happen,
They-
okay? So then I made a joke. I was like, Dan, you're gonna go to Habibi's and you're gonna go there often, and then you're gonna start doing hookah, you know? And it kind of progressed from there, because one day they had an oxygen bar on campus, which is where they give you flavored oxygen. They give you one of those things that cancer patients have, or like old people have for
Cancer patients.
old people have to like give them oxygen or whatever. Yep. And Dan went, and he came in, and he walked into the room. He was in his room, and he walked in on him, and he still had it on, because Dan was being Dan. Like, hey, I still wear this thing, because I look like a sick person.
I'm probably sure I said something like that.
Yeah.
Pick up chicks that way.
he could pick
Hey,
up
I
chicks
can't
on
breathe on
sympathy,
my own.
you know? And then I was like, and my first response was, Dan, now you're doing oxygen.
Why don't you help me pump my lungs, girl?
He's
That's
a-
right.
And-
yeah,
no,
no.
Anyway, I'm just like, Dan, first you're doing oxygen, then you're gonna start
Oh, you're
vaping,
like-
and then
need
you start
you to
smoking,
power
and
my
then you're gonna
heart.
start doing hookah. And that was the joke, right? But then things like this began to happen more often, and now I'm getting seriously concerned. And
Because
now-
I got a vape, and he's
and now
controlling
he's
the
got a
video.
vape.
$120
He has a vape.
Retail
He
200.
is now vaping. And I was like, Dan,
I don't want
the prophecy.
people on podcasts to know how
Dan,
expensive my
The
vape is.
prophecy is coming true, Dan. He's gonna vape, and next thing you know, he may start smoking. I don't know, or he'll just go straight to hookah. And I'm actually concerned, Dan, they're gonna start doing hookah.
You already did smoke. Remember you tried it out.
Yeah, I mean, I tried cigarettes when I was overseas, and I was like, this is fucking terrible. I did
Next,
it
he's
again.
gonna start doing
Anyways,
hookah.
no, you didn't call me out on swearing. Language. There we go. I called
Thank
myself
you.
out.
See, you're working on
We're
it, Dan.
getting better.
You're getting better, Dan.
With the power of Jesus, we will overcome these problems.
Yeah, and now I make fun of Dan because I say he's gonna start doing hookah.
And I get angry every time he makes a joke.
It's not even a joke anymore.
I know.
It's not even a joke.
Oh,
I'm actually concerned.
even better, one of my friends, knowing that this is a meme that Zack has made, like, he, like, asked me, like, hey, Dan, you want to go do hookah this weekend? And I'm like, get out of my life. Can't believe you've done this, Nathan.
And now he's gonna start offering more and more.
I mean, I don't think so.
Dan,
I mean, if he brings me there, I'm just going to order food.
and then he's gonna be like, "Hey, you should try this," and then you're gonna try it because of your personality, Dan.
Yeah, but it's going to ruin the taste of the food, though. Probably
See,
will.
it all. Just have food.
Also,
Yeah, like-
the really funny thing is when we sit inside and we eat, the people doing hookah are like always playing like either MOBA or like MMO games on their laptops, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it just seems so weird.
Yeah, no, our first time,
D&D
they're just like,
campaigns.
hey, Ryan, there's someone playing League of Legends behind you.
Yeah, it was really funny. I was like, look,
Can you imagine if
League
like,
players.
all right, we're never gonna do hookah, but like, what if we went there? Like, we'd like to occupy the hookah lounge for like 4 hours.
All right,
because
if
we're
we-
gonna play D&D.
Oh my-
And then we just do D&D and hookah.
Wait. Okay, we bring all our friends and we occupy the entire hookah lounge and no one can do hookah because we've taken all the seats.
Servers come over like, hey, so
You guys gonna
are
you
you
guys
gonna
gonna
hookah?
actually do hookah? We'll like actually get it, but no one's actually gonna do it except maybe like
Nathan.
Bailey.
And Bailey. And
Murano.
Murano. Literally everybody's gonna do it. Including you.
Excuse you? I'm offended.
what?
I
You gonna
wouldn't hook.
you wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Would you hook?
I don't know.
See? Hell is okay.
It's in the Bible, Zachary.
You still can't say it on public radio.
Oh no.
Yes,
true.
you can.
What
It's
about
one of the swears.
what about
Can't
heck?
say. What heck isn't a swear?
Heckin' bamboozling. Heckin'.
White?
These heckin' meme boys. How dare they do this on my
They've
Minecraft
gone into this
server.
mode.
You're Christian Minecraft server.
They need to get off of my. I
Alright.
need more dedicated wham.
How much dedicated wham do you need to want a what? Minecraft server? Dedicated wham.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I'm just
I
gonna
can
say,
feel that sucking the marrow
I-
from my bones.
I'm just gonna say.
And you know what's worse is that you did this to yourself, Dan.
I know
Okay,
I
so
did.
I'm,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. Don't ever bring Minecraft memes onto the podcast ever again.
Please stop.
Get these Minecraft memes off my Minecraft podcast. This is why me and CJ's old podcast was called the Anti-Minecraft Educational Podcast, to warn people about the dangers of Minecraft.
Hey, I like Minecraft.
It's pretty neat.
It's a decent sandbox.
But how much dedicated wham do you have, Wackawee?
Whack-a-wee.
Wackawee.
Whack-a-wee.
Wendy, how much dedicated wham will you have for your witness?
Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop.
Yeah, please.
Ooh,
You're
Senpai.
physically hurting me.
I'm gonna have to ask you to.
Nuzzles
down,
roar XD.
Alright, Dan? Calm down.
Alright, should I post about it on my Tumblr blog to make
No,
me
no,
to
Dan.
calm down?
No, Dan.
Oh.
Shh. Shh. Dan? Shh.
Ooh, ew.
You good, Dan?
Sorry.
Ooh.
Are you good, Dan?
Oh, I have a sponsored segment today.
Oh, no!
What?
We have sponsor segments.
Written exclusively by Dan.
Oh, it's a great segment we do.
Oh yeah, these. Segments.
You guys hate it though. You
No,
hate it
we hate it and we love it at the same
Now,
time.
the last time we did this, you and
Ooh,
you
oh, I
knew
haven't
about
read
it.
this one. This one, I wrote. Oh, all right.
I'm excited.
This episode of Daily Life of College Boys is brought to you by computers. Please don't turn us off while we update. Like, come on, man. Also, I swear, AI aren't dangerous. Totally. It's 100% cool. Don't worry about it, okay? K, thanks. Love, definitely not a software program. So that was by our friend. His name is Jared.
The Jared that got stabbed.
I was given this message through an email, so I do not know whether this is a real AI. However, his name is Jared, and he promises that he will have revenge on Ryan. But however,
Accepted.
I think it's completely unrelated. I also need to buy solvent.
So this is for the glue.
Yeah.
So this podcast is brought to you by computers.
They power this podcast. That
So-
and Coca-Cola.
So does Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Drink it.
The sacred syrup.
The sacred-
Consume.
Proud
sacred syrup.
partner of the Olympics. By the way, the Winter Olympics are going on.
Yeah, they
And
are.
people are Okay, all right.
We've all seen it.
Hope-
Everyone's seen it. The snowboarder.
No,
Oh, there's something different.
no. There is something significantly better.
Not the Jamaican Ball
The-
15. Wait, that wasn't 2018. That was a movie.
All right.
That was about a real
Two
event.
two hip memes have come out of the Winter Olympics this year, and that is that
Oh, we're on
all
meme
the
watch
a
now.
the majority of the cameras being used are very high definition, high frame rate cameras.
Yeah.
They're
Top of
off the
line.
walls, good boys. And people have been scrolling through the frames individually and finding the most ridiculous faces the figure skaters make, and it's so good. It's so good.
Have we seen that one image though of the
so
figure
good.
skaters? One of them's like this, just having flung his partner upside down, and then she's like doing a flip upside down next to him, and both their faces are just perfectly calm. They're like, and like she's upside down spinning. He just launched her into the air, and they're just perfectly calm.
Second meme. Actually, there's technically a third one. That one is a little risque. I don't know if we should bring it up. Actually, that's a complete lie. I'm bringing it up anyways. The fact that it's risque means it deserves to be on the podcast. So
And
the one that's
I'm gonna be the one that touches you.
both of them are North Korean related.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
One of them is the
Oh, the
is
bobsled
the
one.
North Korean bobsled, which is it's a joke because it's just a nuke, and it's like the bobsled guy's running alongside it, and it's like, haha, yes, bobsled, of course.
It's not a nuke.
It's not a missile, we swear. And then the other one is there were these two guys who went to the Olympics. One of them was a man of Asian descent and dressed up like Kim Jong-un, and another man dressed up like Donald Trump, and they were very convincing costumes.
They were.
And
you showed-
the Donald Trump man was not allowed into the stadium for obvious reasons, because he's not actually Trump, and it's going to cause a lot of confusion and problems because
But
they're
Kim
in North
Jong-un
Korea.
was.
However, the Kim Jong-un guy was absolutely let in, and he freaked out the North Korean cheerleading team. They were like, "Oh my God, it's him!" And he's just like, "Hi guys," and they're like, "Ah!" Like they lost their shit. And then like after like a solid 3 minutes of them losing their shit, sorry language, the security was like, "Why would you do this?" And he's just like, "Yo." But it's great because he was teamed up with the guy dressed as Trump, and they came back in later days.
His best friends. Was that their whole gig? They were being best friends.
Yeah, they were gonna be best friends and walk around, and people would be like, yeah.
As if.
So anyways, yeah. Manga manga, whatever you want to call it, that Zack has recommended. Shut up.
Ooh, that one.
Yeah, the one
I can hear
of-
text in the distance go, ah!
Why are we talking about this like they know what we're talking about?
There is a comic by Japan. The entire country has made this comic. They came together. That's why it's so great,
Coalition.
and it's getting its own anime. It's Shield Bro. That's all I'm gonna say. No, it's a dude, and he's stuck in this world, and all he has is his shield, and he can't have anything else. And like everyone gives him shit because he's just a dude with language.
And then he gets falsely accused of raping the princess, and then everyone literally hates him, but he's necessary for the world to survive, so they just kind of have to deal with him. So he gets really, really, really pissed off at everyone, even though he's a good guy deep down.
Good boy.
So, we have...
Listen, alright, everyone else has, like, swords and spears and, like, ha, all you have is a shield, loser. And he's like, leave me alone. I just want to make potions.
But then in reality, he's, like, actually a tank and a beast, because he can do more than
Because
everyone
he's
else.
shield bro.
Yeah, because he's shield bro.
He's the only one man in the world who can't be one-shotted. But,
The best part is, it's not a harem!
that's true. An isekai that's not a harem? Haha, I
Whoa.
know Japanese word.
Alright.
That's because you're half weeaboo, Dan.
Oof. Did we bring that up on the...
Dan is half weeaboo, half
I don't know.
meme.
Can your wall explain here? a little
I don't
bit?
have enough... Hi, Michael. I don't have enough anime posters to justify being
Hi,
a...
Mike.
Wait, no,
We're
I don't
getting-
have a body
We're
count.
getting
We're almost
Robotech
done.
tattoos, Dan.
That's... Shut up. That is, like, air power right there.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, jeez, I can
Yeah.
pull some really stupid during drill practice today.
Oh, I'm considering getting a tattoo of a picture my sister drew. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
this really pretty flower.
I like that, though.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's like a rose.
So,
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm
I was
rubbing
gonna
off
make
on him.
You think I'm gonna be the guy who gets a whole sleeve?
No, Dan, because like
Tex
now
is
you're getting
doing that.
needles injected.
Oh, Tex is getting a sleeve!
Yeah, Tex
Ah!
and I were talking about that.
Dan.
And also Texas smoking a bowl ring.
He totally is.
You know, straight up, he sent me a Snapchat.
Hold up, you're talking. That's Mike. Mike, get over here.
Get
Yeah,
over.
Mike, you're
Mike,
getting in the
come on.
podcast. Can we interest you in another?
Alright, so
coat?
this is Dan's roommate.
It's Dan's roommate, Mike.
He's a good boy.
He's gonna be my roommate next year.
Alright, what's that? Yes, he sent me a Snapchat of a map that I left in his car of Florida from when we were road tripping back north to get
Have
away
we
from the
told
hurricane.
the story of Tex?
No,
Oh!
no, we didn't.
No. We're not
Other
gonna
time-
tell. We're not
other-
telling it this
Other
podcast.
time, sent me a snap, and he's like, "Hey Mike, I finally found a use for the Florida Florida map he gave me," and then there was just weed on it.
I love that.
And then the
man.
next picture was him
Because
rolling
Dan,
up and-
Dan, we can next podcast we can tell the story of Tex and Frenchie.
I feel like it's a bad idea to tell the stories of Tex.
It may be a
Because
bad
we
idea.
have, been like, this is our school, and like, Tex is not a legal man.
No,
Wait,
he's
what
not.
do you mean?
Well, we don't say his name, so he's good.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's true,
But
it's
like,
Tex.
if you
But,
can,
like-
if you ask anyone we know,
All right. Then let's. Tex is a legend that we will refer to probably in multiple episodes of the podcast. We'll just keep you guessing.
I'll just tell you 0.26
Yeah.
and the W-axis. There we go.
I think
Every-
that's a good point to end on.
Every morning he hits on me, and then every night he sends me a picture of him smoking something. It's great. I love that,
That
man.
the best way we can that pretty much sums up Tex. I think that's a good point to end on.
I gotta say, I think drinking Coke late at night makes me sick. Because like, I've not been feeling well since I drank that Coke. Like it does something to my stomach.
Wait, was it the Coke that from the box that you broke?
Yeah, that's the one we've been taking from. But like, it's not like I dropped it. I just ripped
know.
it picking it
It's
up.
cursed.
My POC.
Yeah. So basically, when we were at the store, Dan tried to pick it up and it ripped.
Damn.
Let it rip.
Beyblade.
Shut
All
up.
right. We should be wrapping it up.
I have-
Stop.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. I
Mike,
have one.
Mike,
I have.
actually.
I have one ending note.
I swear, if Nico crap over here.
We've already made that joke. We can't repeat it. Mountain Dew Voltage. Like.
Heresy.
Hold, no, don't let him stop.
I'm
Don't
just
let him
hovering
stop it.
Over. I'm just.
All right, Mountain Dew Voltage, like 1/5 Mountain Dew Voltage, the rest of it orange juice. Actually, not that bad.
Heresy. That is
What kind
heretical.
of breakfasts are you having, my guy?
He stopped recording too early.
Do the outro.
Dare
Fine.
you do this?
Come on.
I'm editing this thing.
Yeah,
Hurry
and
up, when you start
you
cutting me
made it
off.
harder on yourself. This is a you problem.
It's isopod hours.
Thank
time to
you.
jerk off.
Real icy pod hours. Hurry up.
I want to go to bed, everyone. Wrap it up.
Thank you for watching. Please comment.
That's not how
like-
we do it.
I'm walking out.
Mike, do it then.
Aren't you gonna have your ending remarks?
I already the Mountain Dew Voltage was my ending remark. It was a recommendation for a drink. Hello,
Hi,
hello,
Mike.
Michael.
We are really good at ending this. Thank you for watching our Daily Life of College Buddies podcast, where we tell you interesting stories about our not so interesting lives. We are an attempt to make our lives as interesting as possible. If you have any suggestions on how we can make our life more interesting, leave in the comment section below. Don't forget to say like and subscribe.
Hi, Nathan.
Like,
Subscribe, please.
Leave comment and answer below.
Monetization, thanks.
I like monies.
like, comment, subscribe.
Don't
S-
demonetize,
uh,
please, YouTube.